everybody, it's Kelly, and this is my very first layout for the Cheeky Studio design team. So I am going to be scrapbooking actually the design team announcement from June. I like to do this when I'm named to a design team, and I decided to use that polka dot paper, that kind of red polka dot paper there, because it really matches the red in the flowers on the announcement really well. It's kind of a pinky red. That paper is from Doodlebug, and it's the Petite Prince Cherry Swiss Stacked. Then my background paper there is from that navy paper, is from Pebbles, Land That I Love, and it's the fireworks paper. So just an FYI, if you are looking for a great navy paper with some sort of design in it, that's a good one. So I have the polka dot background trimmed down, mostly. So I was putting the photos on the background there. And I just realized I didn't indicate my picture, but I guess if you know me, you know who I am in that picture. But anyway, so now I want to use some of the ephemera. And that ephemera there is the Cheeky Studio Midnight Florals ephemera pack. I do want to journal a little bit here. So I really liked that circle journaling spot. Everything else there is very linear right now, so I thought it did a nice job putting in some circle elements. I also have the Flair there from Midnight Florals, so I want to use one of those as well. And I'm going to play around a little bit about which Flair I'm going to use where. And what I'm doing is I had kind of a longer, narrower piece there, but I decided to go with something a little bit more rounded. Just again, because I wanted it to be more rounded. And there I am just changing out the Flair. I liked the one with the small flowers on it. For the top, it was a little bit less overwhelming. So then I found, I have a single flower there, plus the journaling card, and then the other kind of flower cluster there as well. And I am liking how that looks. Just a nice, simple cluster there. And some things are over the top of the photo, some things are underneath. I'm thinking I want to do these leaves somehow, and I like that right there, where I'm putting the leaves underneath the flower, the bigger flower. And then I think I still need one more thing, because right now it looks kind of weird with just one thing hanging out. And I see feathers, and there's a feather. It's a little small though, so I'm going to find something a little bit larger, and I really like that. I told Tuesday she was going to get me using feathers, and look at this. Here's my very first design team layout, and I've actually used feathers. So what I do when I do this, by the way, because I like to tuck and layer, is I only put the adhesive in the more towards the middle of the photos that I'm using or paper that I'm using. So that's a big tip if you don't know that already. If you're trying to layer embellishments, that's a big deal. Don't put your adhesive all the way to the edge. And then I'm kind of playing around here, and I didn't have my photo glued down yet because I kind of wanted to see how much space I was taking up. So I'm going to glue two corners here so that it doesn't shift on me like it did there. So I have, and what I usually will do is I'll usually glue from the top down, but in this particular case I did glue one of the bottom pieces. That way then you don't have to, if I take everything off, I won't remember exactly how it was placed. Sometimes that's not such a big deal, sometimes it is a big deal. Kind of depends. All right, so I'm just gluing those down. Now, I am going to let you in on a little secret. When I turned the camera off, I had forgotten that I wanted to add a little sprinkling of something, and my design team package wasn't here yet when I made this. You'll actually see me do 3 layouts this month. This is the first one. I will be back in a couple of days with another one using the June kit and my my July kit, sorry, with my July product. But Anyway, so I didn't have like any sequins or anything, so I just went to my enamel dots and I added some white enamel dots. So take a peek, they will be there. I think I put 3 in each cluster, and those enamel dots are just from the eyelid outlet. I'm going to try to really stick with the product that I've been given, but in this particular case I did not have a lot yet, and I really wanted to get this announcement scrapped with the Midnight Floral collection, because you can see how well that, and basically it is the florals from the Midnight Floral with the Cheeky Chicks banner up there, or whatever that would be, not quite sure. And now I'm just playing a little bit with where that flare is going to go. Basically, this is a really simple layout. It's just a couple layers of paper and a couple of clusters. But you don't always need to be, you know, things don't always need to be really involved. You just need to get them on the page. All right, so I'm really liking the way that looks, and now I'm just going to come back and glue things down. I didn't put a title on this because I thought that the Cheeky Chicks stood enough as a title right there. So I kind of let that go. All right, guys, like I said, I will be back in a couple of days with another layout, my first design team layout with the July product. Coming up, there'll be a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Don't forget to use the code Kelly10 on your order to receive 10% off, and I'll put a little reminder at the end of this. Bye, everybody. Hope you're well.